Hi, welcome to my discussion room. My target audience of this channel are senior high schools. Okay, so let's begin. I will be discussing today about how to make research proposal because guys, research is prerequisite in senior high school. You cannot proceed to college if you haven't done a single research paper. My experience, I had 3 research papers when I was in senior high school. That was good. Okay, so let's begin. So our topic for this discussion will be about research proposal. Okay, warning, this is not a tutorial on how to make research proposal, but basically a discussion. So these are the parts of your research proposal. The first one is the title, second introduction, rationale and significance. Usually introduction and significance of the study is mixed, but it's better to ask your teacher for your school's format. After that, your RRL. The next one is your research methodology, and the last one your references. Okay, now we will try to develop first the title of your planned research. Okay, so this is very important. The reason why we conduct research is because we seek for an answer, especially if we have something to ask about a current issue. Since we want to seek an answer, what is that question then? Let's say, for example, your question, how can we promote the culture of the 7 tribes in Bukidnon? Since this is the general question of my research, I will going to ask myself to turn this question into a title. This is a subjective title. Subjective means it might be good already for you, but if you are going to let your teacher check this, she or he might disagree with it. So my primary title is the effectiveness of Kamulan Festival in promoting Bukidnon culture. Now we are going to use Kamulan Festival since it's about the celebration of the culture in Bukidnon. Okay, so this is how you make your research title. After you have developed your first research title, we will going to introduce that, and that will be your introduction. Part 1 of your discussion is that you are going to write a paragraph that introduces your topic. This is basically an intro of your introduction part, meaning you are just going to say something about the research that you plan to conduct. Part 2 of your introduction is that fully discuss your topic. You are going to ask these following questions. It's also okay to add anything you want just to introduce your topic. The first question that you're gonna ask yourself, why do you want to conduct this study? The second one is that, is this relevant? Are we experiencing this in the real world? Is this realistic? What's with this issue? Why do we need to conduct a study of this? Okay, is this relevant? Meaning, it's empirical. Meaning, nakikita natin. The third part, so you will have something to write in your research introduction is, give a background on the topic. Since you are giving a background on the topic, there must be some supporting articles, meaning you are going to search online, and you are going to look for some RRLs that will going to support in giving a background on the topic. Explain to the reader why it is important to study your topic. Put it into a larger educational context. Give brief summary at the last part. Since you have already discussed your research, then you are going to give a brief summary and a conclusion. Okay, this is important because some of our teachers will not going to read your entire research proposal, but will just directly read the summary or the conclusion since they don't have enough time. The second one is the rationale or the significance. When you say rationale, meaning the importance, is this worth it if studied? Do not conduct cliche studies. When they say cliche, meaning pabalik-balik na yung topic. Okay, it's very useless. You won't learn a lot of it. It's because pabalik-balik na, meaning there had been a lot of studies about that and it's not new anymore. Okay, so it's cliche, it's pangit pakinggan. Some teachers will just going to ask you to mix the rationale and the significance of the study in your introduction part, but it's better also to ask your teacher. After that, proceed to the section 2, which is the review of the related literature or the RRL. This section, you can look for research studies that directly relate to your research question. And it's completely understandable na since we are conducting a study, hence, it is a first-hand study, meaning there won't be a lot of journals or articles about it in the internet. Okay, so what you are going to do is to thematically divide the title of your study. Let's say, for example, let's go back to the title of our study, the effectiveness of Kaamulan Festival in promoting Bukidnon culture. What you are going to do is to separate or segregate the title of your research. We are going to look for journals or articles about this online. The very wrong thing that us researchers do is that we directly put our research title in the Google search box, which is very wrong. And then, the result of it is mahirapan tayong makakita ng mga related studies. It's because first-hand pa nga. Hindi pa nakandak, so wala talagang mailalabas na article si Google about it. So, this is what we are going to do to look for RRL about our topic. Okay, so the first one is that you are going to search about the Bukidnon culture, and then Kaamulan Festival. What is Kaamulan Festival? What happens during the celebration? Why is this celebrated? The next thing that you are going to search is about cultural tourism. It's like that. So you don't put directly your entire research title in Google search box because wala talaga kayong makikitang mga articles about that because hindi maiintindihan ni Google kasi wala pang naka-upload ng mga articles or journals about it. So after that, we are going to proceed to our research methodology. In simple terms, research methodology is basically how are you going or what are your techniques to conduct the study and how are you going to collect data. The first part of your research methodology is research design. There are a lot of research designs online. You can search for that. Experimental design, descriptive. After that, the research local, meaning where are you going to conduct your study. Usually, sa ating mga estudyante is kung saan lang din yung school natin. After that, who will be the respondents of the study? Usually, sa ating mga senior high school, yung mga target audience natin are senior high school students din or pwedeng mga elementary students, lahat na college students, pwede din. Tapos, respondents meaning who will going to answer your research questions, okay? After that, data gathering procedure. How are you going to collect data or gather data? Meaning, how are you going to collect the answers of your respondents? Tips, it is very important to follow ethics. For formality, you don't just directly bump into someone and then give them your research questionnaire. It's not like that, okay? First thing first, you are going to write letter and inform them about your study before and they also have the right to reject. Okay, do not force them to answer your research questionnaire. After that, research instrument, just like what I said, research instrument is the material that you are going to use in collecting your data. Usually, sa amin noon, what we used was survey forms. And then since online tayo ngayon, you can use Google Forms. Now, since we are done in our research methodology, in our introduction, and in our chapter 2, which is the review of related literature or the supporting studies of your research, then we are going to put all the references or the sources where we got the journals or the information we just indicated in our research proposal. Okay, now references is actually to test how strong your sources are. Usually, pag humahanap tayo ng mga journals or mga local studies or foreign literature, we can look in this following platform, which are the Google Scholar, Academia, US National Library, and everything like that. Okay, this is how you write references. Marami ng mga tutorials in YouTube ngayon on how to make automatic referencing in APA. APA means American Psychological Association referencing style. If the information you got is from websites, you can write the title of the website, the title of the article, and then if there is no year when is that uploaded, you can just put ND, meaning no date, and then you are going to put the source where did you get that information since it's from website. Okay, you can put there retrieved from, and then paste the link. If it is from a journal, then this is the format of APA style. family name, first name, and then the year of the publication, and then the title of the journal, and then the link. This is an example of research proposal. This is actually from my research study. Our research study, since apat kami sa research when we were in senior high school. And then ako yung leader. And then we won research congress once under humanities and social sciences study. And then the following regional, I don't know, but hindi natuloy yung oral defense. So, anong nangyari, paper contest lang siya. And then, out of, I think, 32 schools na nag-join, third kami. So, ayan lang guys. Thank you for listening for our discussion. And then, if you learned something, please subscribe. Thank you.